let's summarize what we've got here. So the way I've written this all down, and notice here, we have to put a solid there to indicate that that's the correct product, okay? So that's our precipitate. This is the full formula reaction, all right, where I've got all of the formulas put together, okay? So now when I break it apart into its ions, and look what happened to the potassium chromate, right? 2K plus Cr42 minus. And then the barium nitrate was breaking apart, Ba2 plus 2NO3 minus, okay? That's the complete ionic equation. But check out the product side. The precipitate is not an ion, it's a solid. So it stays together in this reaction. And now we noticed here, the KNO3, it's aqueous, okay? So that means it is also going to be completely broken apart. And look, 2KNO3 becomes 2K plus 2NO3 minus, okay? And now finally, to get to the net ionic equation, let me show you a cool trick you can do, okay? Because in math, as well as chemical reactions, if the left side equals the right side, then they cancel out. So check it out, 2K plus and 2K plus, they're gone, okay? And 2NO3 minus and 2NO3 minus, those are gone. But I can't cancel the barium ion and the chromate ion because chromate aqueous is not the same as chromate solid. And then now look what happens. What remains when I do this process is the net ionic equation. The net ionic equation, look, all the spectator ions are gone. And now we only see what I like to call the action. The net ionic equation tells us the action that happened. It tells us about the chemical reaction that took place, okay? So I know I don't have the learning goals up right now, but this is definitely a learning goal to be able to do all three of these things. Be able to comfortably write all three types of equations, the formula equation, the complete ionic equation, or the net ionic equation, okay? And you can see that really, if you start with the formula equation and you feel pretty good about that, you can work your way through the complete ionic as well as the net ionic. But our goal for you is to be able to just look at a precipitation reaction and get the net ionic. So I'm going to write this down as an eventual goal, be able to just look at a formula equation and come up with the net ionic, okay? So I know that's going to take you some time. It's going to take some practice, but that is a good goal to work towards. And I'll show you how I kind of look towards this. So when I'm viewing the formula equation, okay, oh yeah, I can see barium chromate as the solid. And so what I like to do is write that down as the product, and I'm going to work backwards. Okay, so I know that's my solid. All of this aqueous stuff, they're all just going to become spectators unless they're part of this solid. So now that means in quickly scanning this formula equation and working backwards, I say, how do I make barium chromate solid? Well, I can make it from a barium 2 plus aqueous and a CrO4 2 minus aqueous, okay? So that's your goal, is to be able to quickly, like that, come up with a net ionic equation. So obviously you're going to have to spend some time practicing the solubility rules. Okay, I don't expect you to memorize them. You'll be able to have them in front of you. But particularly if you already have the full formula equation and you already know what the solid is, then I want you to be able to come up with this net ionic equation like that. Okay? That's your goal. Okay.